Hi there and welcome to Rookie Races on Miss Lethal's channel here on YouTube. This is Low Fuel Motorsport on Assetto Corsa Competizione, and this week we're at Kyalami, South Africa. It's a quick look at the grid. I've qualified 9th with a pretty stonking lap of 1:44.9. If you take a look down to the bottom left of your screen, you'll see the starting grid down there. The top right is the TV camera, if you're interested in seeing what that perspective looks like. Directly in front of me I've got car number 10, which is Sergio Soriano in the BMW, and just off to his right is Kasper Jurakowski in the Aston Martin. As we come round Ingwe for the first time, we're going to get the second part of the start procedure. Holding it at 70, trying to vie for position. You get a drive through if you go over 70, so we want to avoid that. I nearly jumped, managed to get it back, and the green lights come on and we're off, and it's a pretty decent start. Got a good drag there on Sergio. I'm up past him, and Kasper on my right hand side. I've got my nose past him as well. Going to cut across to the left here just to make sure of that pass, and I'm up into 7th off the start as we come into Kothon for the first time and up the hill. Looks like a fantastic start here. I'm really pleased with that. I'm just trying to keep it clean as we go through this. Oh, and there's been contact up front, number 2 span off. We'll go back and take a look at that in the replay, but we're clean through, and we just got a little bit of contact there from Jens Arnold in the Porsche. As we come into sunset for the first time, I've had to just ease off the gas a little bit, perhaps a bit rattled, and nearly went into the back of Kasper there. He's got back round me. Had to ease off again. Oh, Jens is off. He's off to the right there. Okay, we've got round him. A bit of just desserts after that little rub on the straight there. So safely round Clubhouse. I've just had to make way for that McLaren darting across me. Esposito, he's going to get it all wrong into the first part of the S's, and he's off. Lets me clean through, so I've got a nice comfortable gap behind me now as we come up the hill. We're going to go around Lukop for the first time. It's the tricky double apex hairpin. I don't think I got it right the whole week. And that was at least fairly safe into that one. Coming around the second apex and then down the hill. The left kink is taken flat. It's called mine shaft. Trying to tuck in behind Kasper Jurakowski here. Aston's very fast in a straight line, but I can close in on the corners. Through the Crocodiles. Feeling pretty happy about my position. Right through Cheetah. Don't touch that yellow curb, otherwise it'll send you flying off. And we've got someone going into the pits. That's Javi Onboard in the BMW. He got some contact on the first lap, must be going in for repairs. And as we come through Ingwe again, we're tucked in tight behind Kasper Jurakowski. Maybe we can make a move, but that Aston's fast in a straight line. Let's take a look back and have a look at some of the action on the first lap. So let's take another view of the start. We're up in the helicopter cam here, and we're following Javi Onboard in his BMW from P4. Gets a little bit ahead there, but he gets a great start. But behind him, Jens Arnold has got a fantastic start. He's gone up 2 places already. He's into 4th. He's clear through into 4th now. So they come into Crowthorne. He eases off a little bit. But Javier Quevedo is going to get a little bit out of shape here. He's looking to make a pass. He's looking for room. But Jens goes into the back of him, puts him a little bit forward, and he can't control the speed and goes straight into the back of Martino Calzola in the first corner. That's what we saw as we came through. There goes Jens into me, knocking me almost into the pit wall. And then he's shaping up as they come in through sunset for the first time. We just see he gets a little bit of contact there from Javier. So Jens is off, Javier pushes him off the course, and we're back to the racing. This is the second lap now, just where we left it off as we're coming into Crowthorne. I'm really looking for some space to get past the Aston Martin of Kasper here. But there's no room as we come up through the Jiski sweep into the barbecue. There just isn't any room, but I'm pleased I can hang with him here. I just look for my moment. Getting into position to go into sunset. I hadn't really figured this corner out at this point. I'm not sure I did by the end of the week, honestly. It's a tricky corner. You've got to take it pretty fast, but it's balancing the limit of grip and how much speed you can carry through it. This is also a tricky corner, so I tend to lose a little bit of ground here. But I quite enjoyed the S's. Coming downhill and get a lot of grip as the car goes down. Coming back round to the right and sweeping up towards Lukop. Another tricky corner I don't think I completely figured out. Got a habit of turning in a bit early into these hairpins. That was nice and late though. Got a decent line through it and a good drive out. Downhill into mineshaft. There's a bump here which really unsettles the car, but you can hold it through it, keeping it pinned. And all this time, Jens has been catching us up behind, so we're going into his helmet cam view as he's coming down into Barbecue, through the Crocodiles and just through Cheetah now. You can see me directly ahead of him. I go a little bit wide just coming out of Cheetah. Shaping up for the next corner is quite tricky, and I'm a bit offline. Jens has got me. He gets a great drive out of the corner, and he's right up into my slipstream. And that overspeed makes the pass no problems down this long, long open straight. Through the kink, and he's clean past me, and he's gaining pretty quickly on Casper up ahead. And he's battling with Bruno Sanander there in the AMG. Bruno's going to get past him, I think, on the inside here. He's got a good line going through it, and that lets Jens Arnold through. He's alongside Casper now. Looks like he's going to try a cut back, just avoids hitting Casper, but he's managed to maintain his speed somehow and get straight through. Let's jump back to my view and let's watch this unfold as we go up the hill. Jens Arnold's car really carrying a lot of speed as he comes through the first corner and up the hill. You can see clearly he's got a great line coming into Barbecue here, and he really gets so close to an accident there with Kasper Jurakowski, but he cruises straight through. That's allowed me to close up, but you can see in my mirror that's Stanislav Korolev, who's in the Lamborghini there. He's caught right up to us because of all this battling, and he's got a great run on me coming into Sunset. Fortunately, Jurakowski's positioning is such that he cuts him off and he can't get round me. I'm able to carry the speed through the curve, and yeah, I think I'm clean past him now, and we shape up to come into Clubhouse, make it clean through. Korolev still got a good run on me, but I'm close on Jurakowski here as we come down through the S's, nice and tidy. I'll take that back. Jurakowski goes a little bit wide. Korolev nearly comes straight into the back of me. He's right on my bumper. We come up now into the double apex hairpin. I take the inside line to be defensive. Does force Korolev back a bit, but I'm wide on that turn. Oh, there was an AMG facing the wrong way. We'll have to go back and take a look at that. I suspect that has something to do with Jens Arnold. He's battling with Bruno Sanander there as we come down come down to the Crocodiles again. Oh, Jurakowski's got it all wrong. Sideways, he somehow manages to rescue that, but he's lost a lot of speed, and I take the place. Thank you very much. Nice clean pass on the inside. Nice and tight through Cheetah. I wonder if we can get close enough to Jens Arnold to do what he did to us last lap. We're nice and close, but we've got the wrong line. He's got a fantastic drive out, and we're compromised. He's able to keep the gap. Let's take a quick look back now and see what happened between Bruno Sanander there and Jens Arnold. So we join Jens Arnold as they're coming up the hill into Lukop. He's got Sanander right in his sight. Sanander brakes, takes the defensive line, forces Arnold round the outside, and as he comes through, Bruno cuts back, and I think really that's a gap that wasn't there for Jens. We won't be talking about Bruno for the rest of the race, I think. We rejoin the action now. I'm trying to stick as best as I can with Jens Arnold. He's clearly a faster driver than me, and I'm just trying to eke as much speed as I possibly can out, trying to follow his line, trying to keep his toe. As we come uphill into Barbecue, I'm doing it pretty good. You can see from the top left hand side of my screen I've got a good speed going through. My time is looking good. 145s are a good speed for me at the moment. I'm not fantastic at this course. In fact, anything sub 145 is excellent, and that's what I did in qualifying to qualify 9th. So I'm going to be really having to work hard to try and keep with Arnold here. He's got some good pace. You can see he's ever so slightly pulling ahead of me in certain corners where I really don't have the line down. But I'm eking ever closer to a sub 145 here. I'm really working hard. I think I'm a little bit deep here. Yeah, late on the brakes. I really lose a bit of speed there, but I do get a good drive out, so I don't lose too much overall. Down the hill towards Mineshaft, and it's a very bump under there. Yeah, very unpleasant bump there, but we hold it. Keep it pinned. Brake at the 100. Into the Crocodiles, closing right up on him now. Feeling like we've got a good drive through, and we're at a 144.8 here. It's looking like it's going to be a great lap. Just watch the curb on Cheetah here. Do I do it? I don't do it well. I go a little bit wide and lose the back end, but I managed to hold on to it, and we brake into the final corner. And definitely not close enough for a move there. And Jens has got a great drive out. We'll stick with this for one more lap and see how it develops. Unfortunately, he's getting smaller and smaller in my view here, but we'll try and hold on to him. Braking at the 100. Trail braking in, trying to hit the apex. That was very clean. Because I've done it so far this race, I'm up a 10th. Up the hill towards Barbecue again, keeping it wide, braking and then hitting the apex early on the power. Could have been earlier. Still 2 tenths up now. They're reeling him back in slightly as we approach sunset. Balancing down, trying to hit 160 something as we get around the corner and then accelerating out through the apex. Not bad. Could have probably gone harder there. Didn't go very wide on the exit. We're up 3 more tenths. We're half a second up on our previous lap time. We lost it through there. We lost 2 tenths through that corner. Coming down through the S's. Still a good time though. Still an excellent time. Sub 1:44.5. Up the hill for Lukop. It's way too far left here. Middle of the road. It's not using all the... Oh, late on the brakes again. Over on the marbles as we come through, but we hold it. We've lost a bit of time there though. You can see the differential moving down. We're even now. And down the hill into Mineshaft again. Great fun part of the course. This is a great corner. Braking at the 100, keeping it wide, turning in late. Can use all the exit curve on the left here to try and maintain speed. I didn't need to there, I just drifted over. And then once again, carefully avoiding that, and we hit that line pretty well. Stay on the matting on the left into the last corner. We're still with him, but we're definitely not close enough for a move. I feel like he's getting smaller and smaller in my view every lap as we go around, so it's going to be tough. So the next few laps are a little bit of a grind as I try and maintain the gap and close it with Jens. So let's get back and have a look at a bigger incident that happened just earlier this lap. So here we are with Stefan Brici's McLaren number 16 as he comes through Lukop and down the hill. He gets a little bit wide coming into Mineshaft. He's alongside there. He gets a little bit wide there again. He's out onto the gravel. He isn't pushed out onto the gravel. He does that. Oh dear, that's number 2 right into his back. That's Martino Calzola. Here we're on board with poor Martino Calzola as he comes down through Lukop and down the hill towards Mineshaft. Can't see anything that's going on ahead of him anyway. He's in tight in a pack here. Can see Brici going off there, but he's just bumped by the number 9 there. And he's off into the gravel, and that's all she wrote. One last look here then from the helicopter cam. Again, we're with Cazzola here as he comes down the hill towards Mineshaft, through the kink. Just gets a little nudge there. He's off onto the gravel. Nothing he can do. And unfortunately there, he collects Luciano Fiorella in the BMW. So, skipping ahead here now to lap 10. I've spent a good 6 laps there trying to hang on to this pack, and it looks like my patience has been rewarded, and my hard driving as well. They're starting to get a little bit bigger in my front view here. So we're up through Barbecue and we're coming towards sunset. Down the straight you can see that Jens Arnold's just gotten around this BMW of Soriano as they go in through sunset. I think there's a little bit of jostling for position here. Soriano's through again on the inside through Clubhouse. There's a little bit of, I think Soriano's off. Jens, I think, has possibly just nudged him off slightly there as we come through Clubhouse and down into the S's. That's given me a great opportunity here. I feel like I'm getting faster and faster through this section of the track, and you know, the fact that I've been gaining on them over the last 5 or 6 laps just gives me real confidence here. I'm taking this corner nice and wide as I should do. Turning in a bit early still though. Still not quite got the line down. This is rookies. Oh dear, Soriano hasn't got it either, and he's off. That gets me in even closer. Good speed here coming down through. I have a look to the outside. It's going to be very difficult to pass him in such a high speed corner. Really can't keep it pinned. I have to lift slightly to maintain my line, and that allows him back through. He's got a bad line, a defensive line though. I follow him in, not taking advantage of the racing line. Come through into Cheetah. I'm very cautious, and he's eked out a little bit of an advantage there on me. So down into the final corner again, I get nice and tight, we get up close. He's had a bad line, I've got a good line. Both got similar drives out of the corner, so not a lot of time gained there. Into lap 11. Through the kink, and through Crowthorne now. Get a good driver, get a good line. He's gone wide of the apex, that's allowed me to climb back up on him slightly. Up through the Giukeski sweep and into Barbecue. I've got a good drive again through Barbecue. He's gone wide. I'm hanging with him. Coming down the pit straight now. Into the sunset curve. Got my braking good then, a little bit aggressive. You'll start to see in my rear view mirror and perhaps in the top right hand corner that a certain BMW is closing in on us. Javi Onboard from the action at the start, so he's come down. He started off in 4th position, he's made a comeback to 7th, and he's right in my rear view mirror now, pushing me hard as we go up the hill and into Lukop again. got my line down good here. Again, an early turn in, losing a lot of speed. I'm sure Javi knows how to take this corner. He's sticking with us really tightly down the hill. Coming into mine shaft again. I've managed to get. I'm watching my mirrors more now than I'm watching the BMW ahead of me, sandwiched by BMWs. Got a good line here coming into the Crocodiles, hitting the apex nicely, but under a lot of pressure by Javi in the BMW behind us. Take a good line there through Cheetah. He's looking up the inside. The race is over. The leader's finished. He's dived up the inside. We've got to cut back on him. Oh, fantastic! We just held it in there. He's had to go wide. I hope he's. I hope those flashing lights are cheering my effort there. Let's look at that again. Let's look at it from Javi's perspective here. It's right on me. He's driven a great line down the hill. In through the Crocodiles. He stays with us really tight. He comes into Cheetah, drives a great line, sees me move onto the racing line, decides he's going to have a dive up the inside. Late on the brakes, and he can't make the corner. He just drifts out wide. I'm able to cut back underneath him and just save 6th position. Oh, fantastic race. Really enjoyed that one. Lots of hard work in the middle and a really exciting finish. Here's the classified results. We do very well there to hold on to 6th position, I think, and a great result for us. Not our best result of the week, but still good. A good start from 9th position up into 3rd. Quite an exciting race. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching the video all the way through to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. Leave us a comment and let me know how I did. I'd appreciate all comments and feedback. This is my first time doing an edited highlights video. If you've watched any of my live streams, you'll know that I'm not much of a presenter, so this has been quite a lot of hard work. So yeah, appreciate any feedback that I can get from you guys, and obviously likes and subscribes always appreciated. Hopefully see you in the next one.